I was working in After Effects today and I realized that I have been using a particular technique to do a lot of my animations, and I use it almost every time. And I don't know where I picked it up. I think it's just because I was learning a lot of scripting and realized that this technique could be really useful with the added use of scripts in a lot of the properties. So what I've got here, I'll show you this animation. It is just a text that, like a logo, comes in, fades in, moves up, and then moves out. So there's a lot of elements that come in progressively. I mean, one starts and then they progressively move in and fade in. And if you tried to do that with keyframes, it would be a lot of keyframes to keep track of, change if you wanted to change anything in this. So what I've done here is I'll highlight all these layers and I'll hit U to show you how many keyframes are in this. It's just these 4. It's on a null object here, and it's just this slider that I've added that I just call animate. If we look at the curve here, you can see it just goes from 0 to 1 and then 1 to 2. So that's animate in and then animate out here. I'll go ahead and show you some of these expressions. I've got one on the position, and it's attached to this other slider, which is the Y offset. So it's just the amount in the Y direction that it offsets. Then I've also got this this slider here for the delay. It's 0.22. That's in seconds because I use it down here. Actually, this one doesn't have a delay because this is one of the first ones. If I go into, say, name here, you'll see there's the delay. I'm using the delay and I'm using a valueAtTime expression to add that delay. But essentially, everything takes its cue from the amount that animate in that value there. So at 0, it's going to be completely off. It's going to be at 0. So what I'm doing here, I'm multiplying the offset right here times, using that slider amount to animate it in. And so that's basically it. And I'm not going to go over all these expressions, but you can use that single value, 0 to 1, and then if you want it to go up, you can go 1 to 2, and there's other math that you might have to do uh, to figure that out. But it allows you to base everything just on this, this single set of curves, and then progressively with that delay amount up here, delay it a certain amount. So I can go up here, I can make this a really, really small value, like 0.09, and then everything will basically come in, almost at the same time. Very little delay there. I could go up to 1. Oh, let's not go quite that high. Let's go 0.75. And it kind of doesn't even finish. It's not, the comp is not long enough for that. So, play with it as you like, but that's a technique that I've found really useful, is to just have that animate keyframe and then using different expressions, just base everything off of that. It stops you from having to move 100 keyframes, line everything up, stagger all of your layers. It's really helpful. So I hope that's useful.